Hey everyone, my name is Rigel Jones and I am here to facilitate this workshop. It's called Are Your Dreams Worthy of You? But before I dive right into this content, I'm going to cover many things, but I'm going to try to do it as much as I can in this short period of time. First of all, I really want to just say thank you to Anna Marie and Entrepreneurship for putting this global summit together. And I am so honored to be part of this here in Canada. And I'm looking forward to meet, all of you guys who are here today. And if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to send me, write a comment and I'll try to respond to your questions. So before we dive right in, I'm also just going to be talking a little bit about me and how I got here. So again, my name is Rigel Jones. Rigel, Rigel, pronounced like Miguel, but with an R, is how I usually say it, so it's easier to remember. I'm a dream builder and mindset coach and founder of Upgrade You Academy. So I work with my clients to activate their dreams and vision, unlock their superpowers so they can live a more fuller and freer, more expansive life with ease, right? Not a lot of hustle. I was done becoming that hustler, boss babe. Um, it's all about alignment, not the hustle. So I actually started my virtual assistant business in 2013. And, I was an executive assistant. That was my background in corporate. So when I had my first child, it was very easy for me to transition into virtual assistants. But at the time, it wasn't a large industry in North America. I did get certified under Canadian Association of Virtual Assistants, and after that, I went to Florida with my 8-month-old daughter at the time. So that's my first daughter. I was on maternity leave and I decided, listen, let me start a business because I don't want to have to go back to work. I can spend more time with my family. It sounded really great at the time. I went to the conference in Florida. And like again, I mentioned, it wasn't a huge industry back in 2013, not here in North America at least. People were hiring, in other countries. And so I went there. It was like 1,000 people, coaches and consultants, business owners, and the speaker said, "You guys should all have a virtual assistant. Do we have any virtual assistants in this room?" And there's two of us that raised our hands. And guess how I got my business started? um, so, there was a lot of um, push and pull with me trying to go to that conference. Should I go? Should I not go? I was ready to go without my baby, and I was breastfeeding at the time. And, thankfully, my mom was like, you know what, I could go with you and that way you can take your baby. So I'm really so grateful for her for doing that. I was able to take my daughter with me so I could still breastfeed her every day. So, yeah, I started my business as a virtual assistant. I had uh, many clients, much more clients that wanted to work with me than I could handle. So I was only able to handle a few clients at a time, but I was working with big name clients, right? With people who were serious about their business and long-term clients and people that would refer me over and over again. So that's how I was able to sustain that business. But at the same time, I was also just going back to work. I would go back to work. I had two more kids, and in 2016, that's when I started to feel a disconnect between my identity as a business owner, as a mom, what I thought I should be doing, and my discontent and my longing, right? So, there's a part of me that's saying this isn't right. I don't feel aligned. But I had no idea. I didn't know any of that at the time, you know. And that's what I help people with right now. But at the time, I fell into deep depression and anxiety. So there was a series of events that led up to me being diagnosed um, with depression in 2017, where it felt like my outer image was great and successful in business. People were coming to me for their business systems. I was coaching other virtual assistants. Um, And I felt, they were looking to me as really successful, but deep down inside, I was like, yes, it looks like I'm successful, but I feel really disconnected with myself, with my family, with my children, at the time. But I could not even say that out loud. I could not, because it would make it true. But when I fell into depression, I had to work with a therapist and, open up that conversation. I work with a naturopath who actually was also a mom coach. So I work with her and work with a business coach, and with every help that I had invested in at the time, there was one common breakthrough, and that was my definition of success was somebody else's definition of success and not my own. And through that work, that's what I became passionate about helping others realize. And that starts with having a vision, an activated vision of your dreams. That's your own definition. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what your dream should be. And that's why in this presentation, I'm going to be showing you how to test and, yeah, if your dreams are worthy of you. And the thing is, we feel like we have to be worthy of it, right? So, we only have one life, right? We only have one life, and our human experience is non repeatable, right? Yes, I do believe in the laws of the universe. I believe that we are all powerful spirits connected, but we become very connected and attached to our human experience and not really paying attention to what this life force is offering for us. Life is supposed to be expansive and not, constricting, right? We're not supposed to be contained in a box. There's not two different types of people in the world. There's 7 billion types of people in the world. That's what I am really passionate about in terms of helping my clients. And I see a lot of people, and I just feel like I was in their shoes at the time, right? If you could only help everyone, right? And I know that in your businesses as well, if you're a business owner in coaching or consulting, you just want to help everybody, but we can't really help everyone unless they want to be helped, right? So that's about me. My alter ego I just put up there is, it just means that if I was to do a do-over and I still kind of do it, I would be in Broadway, because I love to dance, act, and sing. That's my family right now. So I have a 4-year-old. That's my youngest, Beatrix, and Alana, she's 6, and Tiana, she is 8, and my husband, Kobe, and he's actually from Long Beach, California, moved here to Canada. And so the funny part is too, I went to school for early childhood education. I hated it. I dropped out. I love the whole, you know, psychology aspect of early learning, right? Of early brain development. And I hated the whole part when I went into the daycare and had to spend, you know, 6 hours there. And it comes back full circle. Now I have 3 kids and I'm fully homeschooling them. So that is about me. So we asked this question, are your dreams worthy of you? And not, are you worthy of your dreams? Because our life, our human experience has a beginning and an end. And as spiritual beings and having this life force, we are able to actually create, because we are creative. We are all creators, right? We can create something out of nothing. And you know, it can't be that are your dreams worthy of you, right? Our life is not repeatable. So once our human experience ends, that's it. You only get to live one life. We can create a life that we absolutely would love, that is worthy of you, of who you are. And that is what, you know, defining your own success really means. And before you test that out, what your dreams are, let me just, show you the bits of, the process of the dream building. This is what I call the dream building process. Is first you got to design your life, right? You got to have a blueprint of where you want to go in your life. And that has to be in the many different pillars of your life, not just one aspect. like for me, I'll give you guys the examples. For me, I only was designing the vocation part of my dreams, right? I didn't really design my relationships. I didn't really design my time and money freedom. I thought that having a vocation would do that. And I didn't really design how I would be in health, mentally and physically. Okay. So you get to create that. And the second part of it is bridging the gap, right? Is basically working on yourself so that you can get from where you are to where you want to be. And what do I mean by that? There's many barriers that, stops us from getting to our dreams, right? Whatever that may be for you. There's four types of barriers of success, right? That could be because you think you are fundamentally flawed. You have a fear of actually being successful. You have a fear of being judged, right? And so there's many levels of, these barriers that you have to work through it. So you have to understand where you need to bridge the gap so that you don't get pulled back to the past. And the third part is building your dreams. I'm actually doing a workshop on this on December 5th. So if you guys are interested, just let me know. But building your dreams is actually taking the action. And this is where the goal setting comes to play. And at least now when you set these goals or New Year's resolutions or whatever it may be, if you have a blueprint of the life that you absolutely would love to have, goal setting just makes it easier for you intuitively, right? And it's not as forceful. And there's a way to do this, not forcefully, because you're getting to a life that you absolutely love. If you love someone and you want that relationship to work, do you do that by force? No. It's got to be in a state of flow, right? So that's why we are creating a life that you absolutely would love. So it's not forceful to get there. It just becomes natural. You just kind of like jump into it, right? So those are the three dream building process in a nutshell, right? And there's a way to test your dreams, and we're going to get to that. So, question 1. Are your dreams, is it life-giving to you when you step into the mentality that you're already living that dream? So when you get to, if everything all works out, minus the circumstances and the conditions that you're living in, when you step into that identity of you that already has it, do you feel more alive? Does it make you does it not make you feel contained or constricted? Okay, because it's supposed to make us feel more expansive and expressive, because that's what the universe and the life force wants for us. And as humans, we are supposed to grow, right? That's the law of nature. We're either growing or we're dying, right? So innately, we do want to grow, and we want to make sure that when we are looking at our dreams, is it life-giving to me, right? Because if the answer is no, it doesn't mean that that may not be a process to get to your dreams, but maybe you need to look bigger. You need to step out of that perspective, and what is it really like to you? What are you picturing? Um, Let me just give an example here. If you told me that your dream was, oh, to get my dream is to get my master's, right? Because I kept stopping in my education. I just want to like graduate from school. Is it life-giving to you? If it's not a resounding yes, then that's just your goal, right? Why do you want to get your master's? Do you want, like, what is it about that? So you have to go beyond, because that's not really a dream, right? That's just a goal. And that's step number 3 in the dream building process. You have to go to number 1, which is design your life you want to live. And that's what you want to test, right? You have to look at the bigger picture. So that's question number 1. Does it give you life? Question number 2, does it align with your core values? Okay, if you don't even know what your core values are, that would be a good time to explore it. But when it's all said and done and you're on your deathbed, sorry to be morbid, what will have mattered to you when you are lying down there on your deathbed? What matters the most? And those are your core values. It could be your relationships, it could be your kids, it could be your family, whatever that may be. It could be the difference or the gift that you have given to the world. Those are your core values. And your dream will not ask you to be out of alignment or sacrifice your core values, right? The third question is, does it cause me to grow? Okay, does it cause you to grow in understanding, in awareness, and in action? Okay, because growth is required for a larger experience of aliveness. Do you know how to do your dreams already? If you know all the steps to get there, it means it's not really causing you to grow because you already know, right? So you kind of have to explore the unknown as well. And when you're dreaming big, sometimes you don't have it all figured out. And the more there is an unknown part of that dream, probably the better, right? Because if you know how to get to it, it's not big enough. It's not really causing you to grow. It's not really causing you to explore, right? So that's the third question. The fourth question is, do I need help from a higher power? So again, do I know every single thing that needs to be done to bring about this dream? Okay, so dreams are about discovery, exploration, and the unknown. Okay, and there are some parts of it that you have to allow the dream to build you. High participation, you're very involved in creating your dreams and making it happen. And it's very personal for you. And low attachment just means you're able to let it go. You're able to let the universe carry it, and because it may not look exactly as you have built or have envisioned it, it could be better. You have to allow the higher power to do its work. Question number 5 is there some good in your dreams for others? So, like I said, I believe that we are all part of the universe. We are spirits having a human experience. So the universe really cares about a fuller, more expanded experience life through each and every one of us. But it's not just you, because we are all connected. So if you are getting better and if you are, feeling more expansive, that generates energy, and everyone around you is feeling that energy, and that's good for everyone. Okay? So, in some way, your dream will make a difference for you for good, right? If your dream is to find a life partner, that's not selfish, because if you find your life partner and you two are very much in love, and everybody that is around you can feel this love, right? And when you see two people in love, the radiance of that is a blessing to everyone around them, right? You're just receiving the energy. You're receiving the love, and you just feel so good. So there is some good in that for others. Even if you feel like, oh, my dream is like to find a life partner. I would really love to feel this connection with someone. There is some good in that for others, not just for that other person, but for everybody else who's seeing the two of you in love. And, the radiance of that love is just bringing it to other people. So, those are the 5 questions to test if your dreams are really worthy of you. It's just asking those 5 questions. Just to sum it up, number one, does it give you life? Is it life-giving? Does it light you up when you talk about your dream? Does it align with your core values? And again, if you don't know what your core values are right now, just think about it. When all is said and done, what would have mattered to you at the end of your life? What would have mattered with the legacy that you leave behind? And your dreams should not or will not ask you to fall out of alignment of your core values. And it shouldn't. If it does, and if you see it, then maybe you need to shift your dreams a little bit, right? Number three, does it cause you to grow? 4, do you need help from a higher power? Again, do you know all the steps to get there? Are you able to grow and explore the unknown, or just trust in the universe or in the faith or in God, that you're going to receive it and something better? Number 5, is there some good in your dreams for others? So again, if all the answers are resounding yes, then absolutely your dreams are worthy of you. And if there are some no, then you may have to like retweak it, right? You may have to kind of go a level beyond like what the outcome is, right? For example, getting the master's or that higher education. What what is the reason for getting that higher education, right? You got to see yourself on a different level, because if it's a no, if the answer is no to these things, especially if it doesn't cause you to grow, or if you don't need help from a higher power, you might already know how to get there. That's why, right? So you might have to kind of, again, dream bigger and step out of that level, go a level higher. What would the outcome be after you've achieved that goal? So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to, ask me. And how to get in touch with me, the best way to get in touch with me is through Instagram, at Rigel Jones, so RIGELJONES. And again, I am looking forward to getting to know each and every one of you here today. Thank you so much for being here.